Now, the major problem where we go get if you be DJ and you want to distribute your song and you split your tracks with Studio One. From the previous video, I actually explained how you go split your Megamix into this, individual tracks so that you go fit distribute them through maybe Distrokid or any distribution company to streaming platform. The major challenge with dey for that particular splitting video with Studio One na say if you export the tracks, like if you export them the stems. So basically, if you look my screen, you go see this now the mix, the mega mix. You know, say mega mix now like one long thing one that they upload for when they call them YouTube and Audiomack. But for distribution company, they will need you to split them individual like this. You understand? So you see my stuff. Now, the major challenge from the previous video, now say I will put the link or the link to the video for description. Or I don't know where YouTube they put them anywhere here, but the major challenge with it for that video now say if you click songs and say export stems, and leave everything like this. Normally, if you want to export for streaming platforms, make sure say you leave and put them for waves. But for this video, I want to put them for MP3 just because I want to make the file small, right? Yeah, if you click them like this, and also just for this sake, I also want just rename this place. Might just rename them tracks instead. Might just say track 1 and copy them. So if you right click and say copy, or just click Ctrl C, and then double click here, paste and put them track 2. Okay, double click here, paste and put them track 3. The reason I do this thing is just for easy identification of this thing. You fit put the title of the songs here. You understand? Track 4. So in this case, if this track 1 na Meyokun song, put Meyokun featuring whatever, or put the song title. If this track 2 na Oxlade Kulosa, put Kulosa Oxlade. If this track 3 title, you understand? So that you go easily identify and when you come here and want render them as individual track. You get the point. So if I say export stems, you see say that track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4 will rename now. You don't show here. Now, again, for this video, I suppose to export all the long files like this. If I click here, suppose to export all of this. But for this video, I might just show you waiting the wrong with that previous one and how we go take correct them. If I export here and select only these 4, right? And just call them exports tests. And I say boom, hit OK. So depending on how fast or slow your system is, I go tell the time. So now the thing to export finish now. See the 4 tracks where I render. So you can see export test track 1, export text track 2. You understand? Now if I drag these 4 tracks, put them for SoundForge, you will notice say some silence. Good. You see, this is not track 3. So that means track 1 and track 2 don't disappear. You know, say normally supposed to be mixed so that you go they link together. Now track 1 and track 2 don't disappear. So this silence with here, sure you can go trim them like this and trim them like this so that you go start from beginning. You go find them too difficult because at the end of the day, you feel no get the accurate timing, which could make the transition they messed up. You understand? If I close this one too, and just see, you see the track 2. This is not track 2, I believe. If I close this one here, that's track 2 there. If I close this one, see this is not track 1. Start from the beginning. All right. Now, for us to correct this thing, instead of to do, if we come back to Studio One, for us to correct them, instead of to do export, we could do something else. Instead of to use this export option, export stems, just come here. You see this track 1, because now if you look here, basically this is on the file. We'll just go in deeper. If you look here, say the new playlist DJ Sniper. This is not the wave file name, but this is the track file name. Get it? This is another one, the new playlist DJ Sniper on track 2. But this now track 2. This place say track 2. This place say new playlist DJ Sniper. So in order to not cause that confusion, that's why it is very important to name the tracks here. And then select this one now. As I don't name this one, someone just say this one maybe Betty Butter Meyokun. Abi. Then we call this one Kulosa. Abi. Now we don't give this one Betty Butter. What we will just do now, come here right click on them and say bounce selection, or you just hit Ctrl B for your Windows laptop. I don't know what be Mac. So just hit Ctrl B or hit bounce selection. So hit bounce selection and boom. You go notice now say this name will be DJ Sniper new this thing. It don't change to Betty Butter. Okay. Now I'm going to try this one again. This one a closer, Abi. If I right click and say bounce, you see say don't change to closer. Abi. So what will they do now? We they create this third one now will be na hook up Abi. What will they do now? Now to create the wave where we go use on streaming platforms, we will use through distribution companies. Now, if we can't come back to that folder section and now just go back or just refresh, if you sabi refresh for here, think, or say go back and come back again just for refresh purpose. You see, say one folder now don't come here as bounce. So all the activities of the bouncing, where would they do that and where would they give a name? They don't start to the put them inside another folder for you. So if you come here, you open them, you go clearly see this na Betty Butter, this na Kuloza, and this na Woke Up I Sabi. And with that, you go know, okay, this na the particular track 1, track 2, or track 3. Select all of these things and drag them to SoundForge, right? You see, say this Kuloza start from the beginning, you know, like the other one. And we still there at, okay, though, we there at 32-bit floats, which is going to be a problem, right? So this 32-bit floats now, maybe the only problem. And this one, Betty Butter, and then this one. You see, say everything starts from the beginning, so that way everything will appear as individual tracks from beginning. But when you upload them, you go align, you understand? You go just there as DJ mix. Majority of the distribution companies will not allow you to submit 32-bit float file. Okay? So you go make sure from onset, if you want split your stuff, make sure say you leave them for song setup, leave them for at least 24 bits. So we go try change this one to 24 bit and see if we get any issue. So we just apply and leave them for 24 bits. The sound, make sure say you play them to be sure say the tempo, because if you make like that 32-bit float adjustment, sometimes changes like this will just mess up your audio. So make sure say you play them so that say confirm say the tempo still intact. You understand? So in the case of 32-bit float, if you come here and reconvert to 24 bits, so you ask whether you want save, say yes. Now if you convert to 24 bits for your SoundForge, you go first of all close the project itself, because you still they use waiting they attached to them. Sure, you understand? So 24 bits and then save. You save and close this one again. This one at 32 bits. Change them to 24. See a little bit of work. So if we open them again and check, this is at 24 bits now. So in order to avoid the whole conversion of 24 bits thing, actually just make sure say from onset on Studio One, set your project to be 24 bit by going here. So in the beginning, say when you want to open the project file, make sure say this thing resolution na 24. You understand? To avoid wahala, just because majority of the streaming platform, only few distribution companies go tell you say give us 32-bit file. We will do conversion and send to all the people we need all the different types of formats. You understand? So always leave them at 24 and 44 100. Shikina. She understand? So now here we go end this very matter for today. I do this for a comment session.